Yeah, this song rocks. Whoa! Ah! Disclaimer. Never drive with earphones on or these glasses on. Pretty dangerous.
What is up, everybody? Random Random Man here, bringing you my review for Baby Driver. Now, the plot basically follows our title character, Baby, played by Ansel Elgort, a young and talented getaway driver who has an affinity for music. He works for the mysterious kingpin known as Doc, played by Kevin Spacey, who leads a ragtag group of bank robbers to do these heists, and of course, Baby is their getaway driver once again. That is, until Baby meets a young waitress played by Lily James, whom he wants to run away and start a new life with, so he contemplates ditching this life of crime in order to do so. Going into this movie, I was super pumped up as this film comes from Edgar Wright. He is an auteur action director, having previously directed Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and The World's End, which all consist to be the Cornetto trilogy, and he's also directed my personal favorite film of his, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, which I think is the perfect adaptation of the graphic novels, and it's just straight up an awesome movie on its own. So what Edgar Wright was cooking up with Baby Driver, having another original concept with a cast like this, had me game for it. Starting out with the cast, I will begin by talking about the title character himself, Baby, played by Ansel Elgort. I previously thought that he was superb in The Fault in Our Stars, but I think he is even better here in Baby Driver. He is magnificent in this film, giving such a layered performance, not just in impressing with the action sequences that he is involved in, either behind the wheel or on foot, but just what subtlety this actor was able to do with what his character is all about. You can tell he's a good kid, just wrapped up in, let's just say, the wrong crowd, but what he is trying to do is do the right thing, even if he is laced up in shady dealings. Plus, his character is unique with having such a love for music despite having a hearing problem. He has tinnitus, which constantly has a ringing from his ears from an accident he had when he was little. I can kind of relate because I use a Baja for the left side of my head for my left ear, and as you could probably have heard, it rings sometimes to create sound as it blares. The rest of the supporting cast are also as exceptional. Kevin Spacey delivers a very deadpan performance as the leader of this group of criminals, Doc. He is very straight-laced, very serious the whole time, but he also acts as kind of like a mentor to Baby throughout this film. We also have Lily James, the beautiful Lily James, as the waitress whom Baby falls in love with. When she is first introduced, you can tell that there's something going on between him and Baby, and their chemistry together is really synergetic, and plus, what she contributes to the plot too is a driving force for Baby to accomplish. Pun intended. Jamie Foxx is excellent as a very unhinged member of this group of criminals who tries to play cool and easygoing, but look at him the wrong way and boom, you're dead. John Hamm and Eiza Gonzalez play a couple who is involved with this group of criminals. John Hamm stole a lot of the movie for me. He is another unhinged character just like Fox. Eiza Gonzalez, orale, Mexican actor here. Nice to see Latino and Latina talent being shown in movies as of lately, just like Damien Bashir in Alien Covenant a month ago. With Gonzalez, she and John Hamm have great chemistry together. You can tell that they are very lovey-dovey, and Eiza Gonzalez herself is just an alluringly gorgeous presence too. Even John Bernthal shows up in the first section of this film as one of the robbers too. Basically, everyone in this movie is great. The writing in this film may be very simple in concept, but like our title character himself, has a lot of layers beneath it. Yeah, you can look at it as a heist movie, but because the protagonist in this film is so strong and you identify how much he wants to get out of this bad situation that he's in. He wants to be clean. He doesn't want to do any more robberies or heists. You want him to succeed and get the girl in the end too. Baby's backstory is told in parts in the first half of this film, and he is also living with his foster dad, played by C.J. Jones. And I have to give a shout out to him too, because Baby's foster father in this film is deaf, and some sections of this movie are told with American Sign Language, which is really cool to see on screen. The rest of the characters, we get bits and pieces of who they're all about too, just from their personalities, but it is more so Baby's story that we are really here to see. Also, just like with Edgar Wright's other movies, it's really funny. He is a master of comedic timing as well. Just the interplay in between characters. Some of them were really funny, but also some of them were really serious too. The tone with this movie balances itself out to be both lighthearted and serious at the same time. But when push comes to shove, when the movie gets down, it really gets down. Which leads me to the action itself, and holy crap, this movie is incredibly done with the action sequences. These are some of the best action scenes I've seen in a film since the likes of Mad Max Fury Road. What the movie is doing, or at least what Edgar Wright is doing in directing the shit out of this movie on top of writing a really punchy script, he basically makes everything seem so clean in the way he is focusing on the action, but also dirty at the same time to make you feel like you're in the thick of what is happening. You're seeing all the action shot from different angles, but not in a way that's going to get you confused. Just from the opening scene of this film, when you see a heist go down and Baby is driving him and the other robbers away from the scene, just gives you a taste of how perfect this film is directed. Just the action in this movie is mwah. You can tell a lot of it was shot in camera, real stunts, a lot of locations that were really shot on the ground. That also goes with the editing. Like the directing, I think it is perfect. I cannot find a flaw with how this movie is made on a technical level. Just how the scenes weave in and out, how the movie is paced at just under 2 hours, never felt like the movie was too long or too short for me, and how the movie is edited too. Incorporating the music is also a standout feature of this film. This movie is almost like a pseudo-musical in incorporating a lot of popular songs. I'm not saying it's a full-on musical like La La Land, but like La La Land, the incorporation of music is really integral to how infused this movie is with its style. The music in this film also felt like its own character, the way the rhythm and the rhyme of each song flowed in and out of not just the action sequences, but the non-action sequences to give the movie its identity, with the music being cut with like edits of this film, like if a gun going off to the beat of the song. The filmmakers make the film really feel like it is centered on music, and I really enjoyed the song choices here. I don't think any song felt out of place or was obnoxiously thrown into the film. It just felt right. It's honestly difficult for me to pinpoint a specific issue I had with this film. The problems I have with it are really not that grating or are really too minute to even mention. It mostly goes with like storytelling tidbits, like certain things that movies do where they like drop a character in one scene and then reintroduce them again the next just to set up something to happen. Stuff like that is expected to happen with films anyway. I've seen people complain how the romance between Baby and then the waitress character Debbie is rushed, and even the ending has thrown off some people with a specific decision Baby makes. To me, I felt that it all worked in place of what the movie was trying to do. This is a movie after all. Not everything is gonna go a specific way or whatever, because it's fantasy. We're ultimately watching a work of fiction. And plus, it just made for something that was ultimately fun. And just what a fun time this movie is. To put it bluntly, all in all, this is one of the best times I've had at the movies. It is adrenaline filled. It is musically infused. It is electric. It is edge of your seat entertainment. To put it in simple terms, to me at least, I would describe Baby Driver as taking the action elements of Mad Max Fury Road and the musical elements of La La Land and putting them together into something that took my breath away and grabbed me by the throat, never let me go until the credits started rolling. These two films are my favorite movies of the past 2 years, and you can pretty much know where I'm going with this. Baby Driver is currently my favorite movie of 2017 thus far. I think this movie is a bona fide action masterpiece. Edgar Wright has done it again. This may as well be my new favorite film of his. I'm so glad that more and more people are spreading the word about this film, as original content is king to me. I feel that people will love this film as much as I love it. No, scratch that. I adore Baby Driver, and if it hasn't been clear already, I cannot recommend this movie more highly enough. My final verdict for Baby Driver is 5 out of 5 stars. Thank you all, as always, for watching. Be sure to like this video, comment on what you thought of Baby Driver, subscribe to my channel for more, and I'll catch you on the next movie review.